How's it going today? I'm super excited. Otto dropped a new song called RuLe. So let's give it a listen and let's learn how to play it. Let's go. So first off, if you haven't heard of Otto, she's an incredible J-pop artist. I'm a big fan. She just released a new album. So I'll leave all links to this song and to her album in the description. So please go support her. All right, first off, we're in the key of G sharp minor or B major, however you want to think about it. This one definitely has a rockier, darker vibe to it. So I'm going to think in the minor key. Our first chord is going to be a G sharp minor 7. And by the way, for all these chords, you could play it in a little more simpler way by just doing power chords, which work. For me, I like to use the full chord and use the 7. So we have a G sharp minor 7 to an E7 to a D sharp 7, then back to the G sharp minor 7 to a B flat 7 to an A7, and then back to the G sharps, minor 7. So together, slowly, that sounds like this. A little faster. However you want to strum that, you could do that super straight or kind of add those accents like I am, whatever works. So we're going to play that 4 times every time we come across the intro, which is awesome. So like I say in all my videos, what I'm playing and what I'm talking about usually isn't perfect, but I just wanted to give you a roadmap of how the song goes. So make sure to listen to the parts, listen to the feel, and make adjustments as you need to. All right, back to the song. At the very end of that, we have a cool riff that's going to be a C sharp, 4th fret on the A string to a B, back to the C sharp, B, C sharp again, B, and down to the G sharp. So what that sounds like slowly. And when I was listening to this, I was honestly hoping that it would go up to a D sharp, so it would sound like, I can't even play it. Something like that. So good thing it's not in there because I couldn't play it anyway. It's fine, I'm fine. But it's a cool little part, so right after, and that's how we get into the next part, which changes up the feel, all that kind of stuff. So let's do it. Here we go. So we're gonna have the G sharp minor 7 once again. And then we're gonna have our E7. We're gonna skip over the D sharp this time. We're gonna go straight down to a B flat 7, to an A7, and then back at the start of the G sharp minor 7. This part's really fast. Everything only gets 4 beats, so 16th notes on your hand. We're gonna do that whole part 4 times, which isn't bad. You just kind of got to get those changes going. Once again, you could play this in power chords if you want, which works really well in this part. And as far as our picking hand, just up and down the whole time. That's that part. It's cool. So just right after the riff, then there's a little snare hit. 2 more times after that, and then we finally get into the chorus, which is a really fun change, and it goes back to the halftime or the regular time feel. It sounds like this. And it sounds really cool with that A major on the very end. So what we're gonna start with is an E major. Then we're gonna have a D sharp over G, which we're gonna bar with our pointer finger on the 8th fret. And then we're gonna add in our ring finger on the 10th fret, A string. Then we're gonna hop up to a G sharp minor 7. Everything so far is based on the A string, so that's kind of nice. We're gonna hop to the E string, do a C sharp minor 7. Then another pass of these chords. And then we're gonna add the A major. And on the very first time, and sometimes throughout the songs, they just hit it and slide or stop, or they'll play through. So just listen to that and be ready for it. So the chorus slowly. That's it. They are playing it a lot more straight than I am. I like to add kind of that funkier vibe to it. So they're going. Whatever floats your boat. I like doing kind of the funkier vibe and accenting those parts. So it's pretty easy layout as far as this goes. 4 times on that. Then the next really cool and different part is going to be a B major bar chord, which I think sounds good. You can also do the power chord once again, but I think the full bar chord sounds great. So we're gonna go B major, A sharp major, down to an A, and this time a G sharp major, no minor. We're gonna hang on that B just a little longer, so it's gonna go. And it kind of slides and breaks off for just a moment. So at tempo, I'm gonna go from the chorus into that part, kind of the turnaround, and then we'll be right back at the intro. So here we go. Which is awesome. Just a really cool fast changes, but just the song feel and how Otto does her music, it just flows so smoothly between different like feels, all that kind of stuff, which is why I really enjoy her music. So, like I said, that takes us, we slide, and that takes us right back to the intro, verse, rinse and repeat all the way back through. So this time, let's go through and talk about the vocal melody. And there's a lot of synth, keyboard, really cool sounds going on. I have my notes right here. Let me take you through all those notes, and it's really fun to double those as the guitar player. So what that melody sounds like is, and that just constantly repeats. So our notes right there, we're gonna slide up to a G sharp, hit a B, back to the G sharp, F sharp, then G sharp. So that's gonna be the 13th fret on the G string, 12th fret on the B, back down, 11th, 13th, and then we're gonna pop up to the 15th fret on the B string. We're gonna play 4 Ds in a row, then to a C sharp, and that's the whole pattern. So sliding into that note adds a little to me, so I'm gonna do that. So. And then for this last part, it's still a D, 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 C sharp, but we're gonna drop it down the octave. So that's gonna be the 12th fret on the D string to the 11th. So all together, it sounds like this. And that's it. Sounds great. The cool part about this song as well that was really hard for me to figure out by ear was that these harmonies, there's 2 harmonies going together the whole time. And if you have headphones in or something like that, you could hear the different parts. It's cool. Sounds great, but it was really hard for me to figure out. So the second harmony part has the same exact movement, just in a different spot, of course. So it's gonna sound like this. So our notes that we have right there, we're going to have a D sharp. So 13th fret on the D string. We're gonna have a G sharp, still a 13th fret. Back down to a C sharp, back to the D sharp. Then we're gonna hop over to the 16th fret G string, and that note is going to be a C. I'm sorry, a B. B, 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 A sharp. And then for that last part, we're gonna drop it down an octave, which is gonna take us to the 14th fret on the A string to the 13th. So all together, here we go. And the last part that I want to show you is an interlude that happens after, I'm looking at my notes, of course I'm cheating. After the second turnaround riff, there's a small pre-chorus, and this is the interlude drop. It's interesting, and it needs to be played this way because it's a keyboard part. It's a little tricky. But what we have is a G sharp minor, 7. Sorry, just a G sharp minor. Then it's gonna go to a D sharp, and then to a D sharp minor 7, and back to a G sharp minor. So what we have is that G sharp 7. So we have on the D string, we have 13th fret on the G as well, and the 12th on the B string. So just 3 notes, just a triad. Then same strings, we're gonna have the 13th fret on the D, 12th on the G, and 11 on the B. Just give us a nice major chord. Then we're gonna go back to the same strings the whole time, and then we're gonna have 13th fret on the D string as well, 12th fret on the G, and 14th on the B string, gives us this sound. And we're gonna go back to the G sharp minor, but we're gonna go on to the top 3 strings. So on the G string, 13th fret, and then 12th fret on the B, and 11th on the E string. So slowly, that sounds like this. And they just play it really smooth. And then it rips right back into the rest of the song. Wham bam, there's the song for you. Hope this was helpful to you. If you have any requests or recommendations on other music that you'd like to hear or have me teach, please let me know. And just thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.